And now, Insights with Terri Coots. A weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Coots. Here's Terri.
Hi everyone, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Thank you for joining me. We are going to be discussing the week of July the 4th through the 10th, 2022. And I would like to say happy birthday to all the Americans that listen. I appreciate all of your time, but happy birthday. We just did our Canada Day, and I actually don't even know how that went. My internet has been down. Rural living, right? You can't count on the internet all the time, so we have to make do. So I have no idea what happened in Ottawa. I guess there's a kind of a nice thing about not knowing, so maybe it's not such a bad thing. I'm going to spend a minimum of time on the astrology this week, and we are going to work on a reading for everybody. So it's going to be a general reading for everybody. So it's very general, but it may apply to you. It may apply to your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your friend. Maybe it's just ambiguous to make you think. But that's what we're going to do this week. Now, just getting into the minor little bit of astrology, we're still in that Cancer energy. So that Cancer is in the sun sign, so that's still very psychic, very sensitive, very home-bodied kind of energy. So great time to have people over. If you have a birthday party, make sure it's over. Get everybody to bring a dish. So it's very homey. Good time for gardening, just home stuff, anything home stuff. And then Mercury, the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, that's still in Gemini, but on the 6th of this week, it turns into Cancer. So that Cancer energy is doubling up, both in how we think and how we appear. So this is a very compassionate energy time. This is the time where we watch a movie and it particularly hits us and we cry. This is a time when maybe we get together with friends and we laugh about memories from our childhood, maybe sisters, brothers, and we cry. So it's it's not a bad cry. That's a good cry. It's a cry of love. It's a cry of caring. It's a cry of compassion, feeling what the other person felt. So this is what is being offered to us from above. And then Venus, the planet of love and beauty, that's still in Gemini. So we would be attracted to people that are interesting in their conversation, not boring, interesting. Someone that maybe brings up subjects that we haven't heard, or new ways of thinking of things. And then we are supposed to also add to the communication, not just sit there like a lump. So it's a good give and take. It's a really good energy field for receiving and giving information, communicating. So we'll want to talk. And listen. So it might be TV, it might be the radio. Very, very calm, quiet, nothingness won't feel real good. So talk is the order of the day for at least the first half of this week. And then Mars, the planet of our drive and our passion, that's still in Taurus, Taurus being the bull, so there's still that strong-minded, could lean on stubborn energy. So great time to put things, if you've got a project that you want to put your shoulder into and dig in and get done, great time to get that strong will going. Get yourself focused on something that really matters to you and put all your energy behind it. The first part of this week, our vulnerable areas will be our small intestine, our digestive tract, and the pancreas. So if you're pancreatic, be really careful not to even say the word oil or grease because it'll be on you, so be careful. Small intestine and digestive tract just means we don't have the tools to maybe deal with things as easily or efficiently as we did, so we may get loose stools, we may get tummy upsets. And remember, folks, you have pets. Most of you have pets, and they suffer from the same things that we do. So keep an eye on your animals too. Maybe they're eating more grass than they normally are. You might have to look and see why is that. It's not a bad thing, it's just why are they doing it? It may be that they upchuck in the morning, that bile that some of them do because they can't tolerate the empty stomach too long from one meal to another. So sometimes we just have to give them just a little handful before bed, just put something on their tummy. So it's going to be a very vulnerable time for our tummies this week. Towards the end of the week, look to the bladder, your kidneys, the urethra, same with the dogs, you know, bladder infections, kidney infections, yeast infections, and same with us. So if you're prone to that, hey, be proactive. If it feels like something's coming, it just might be something coming. How about that? So just keep an eye on yourself physically with that, and maybe some cranberry juice. I don't know. They say it doesn't work. I've used it. I don't know whether it works or not. It tastes good. I guess I don't care. It just tastes good. Now, for the reading, for the general part of everybody. So you'll hear it the way you need to hear it. So don't be afraid to even shut this off at this time and connect to your guides. And maybe ask your guides to hear it the way you need to hear it, either for yourself or for somebody else, because it might be information for somebody else. The first card that's pulled is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's upside down. Pentacles being our money, our security, our comforts, our health, our body. So it's our physical world. It's the physical part of our experience here in this plane. And this is suggesting, when it's upside down, it's normally reward. So it's flawed financial foundations. So we have to look at that. It may be that income that we thought was coming in might be delayed. Our foundation of finances may not be as strong or as fortified as we thought they were. So we have to be really careful. Maybe if somebody owed us some money, instead of giving us the $3,000 that they owed, they gave us $300. So it could be inadequate payment. Could be our job isn't paying us what we need to. They cut our hours down. All sorts of things here. But the resources are thin when this card comes up. Be very careful, especially with Venus in the position that it is, that we don't misuse our money or our possessions. So we could be in that arena of maybe spending too much or misuse it for power. You got to be careful there too. This energy field, when resources are tight like this, it's like a choking off. We could poop out because energy is energy. So we might not have the energy to do the vacuuming and the lawn, to go and do our mom's place, our place, and their place. So you may not have the energy as well as the finances to do the things that you need to do. So we just have to start managing it. Be very careful of bad investments during this time. This is a warning. It's upside down. This might not be the time if that came for me, and it did because I'm part of you. I'd be very careful if I was thinking about investing in this or that. This isn't the time for it. This is a warning. And this can also prepare us for failed promises. So maybe if you started a job, they promised that they're going to do this and this and this, and it doesn't happen. How sad is that? So it can be the flawed start to a venture. It can be energy where our plans fall through, that false start we can get into because of fear, greed, and being miserly, and then find discontent. So we just have to be careful with that. This is the time where something's likely to go wrong with a new adventure if we have recently begun it. So you got to walk on eggshells here with this. So be really careful of your money. The next one is hearts. Hearts is that emotional field. And it's the Six of Hearts. So it's an energy field, and it's right side up. So that's in this particular case. Not all cards do you want right side up, but it's right side up to us. So this is a time that wants us to spend a little bit of energy in the nostalgia, the good old days, where we look back at the time of innocence. And I find I'm doing that even without this card. I find I'm looking back on my life when they delivered the milk with the horse, really, and the Sheeny man got the garbage, and it was quieter and calmer. Yes, there was some downsides. Yes, we didn't have what we have today. It's very easy today with many of the things that we have, but it's also hard. So this is a time of going back, both our inner child, our real child self, our history. Our human history, and our individual history. And that's what it's asking us to do. Maybe this is the time for you to renew old ties, to look up somebody that you haven't seen. I actually got in contact with somebody that I have not seen or heard of, let me see, in about 55 years. And happened to be fortunate enough to have him come over and say hi. And it was just amazing. And then we had a coffee a little bit later, and just I enjoyed the catch up, how his life went, to hear how his family was, his kids, and you know, who knows, we may have a coffee down the road. I may not see him again for another 50 years, but it was just nice to remember old times. When we were kids, and some of the things that we did as kids. And then he brought up some of the people that we both knew as kids riding the school bus. So it's the time to think about old times. And don't be afraid to maybe do a little karmic thinking here, where we look at how did I get here and what is my karma in relation to what am I living right now. So it's an opportunity to have an emotional renewal for yourself as well. It's an opportunity. Take it. And then the star came up, and the star is a major card, and it suggests to us that things may not be as they appear to be. We may not be as limited to physics as we've been taught or we think. Now, the people that are really into science will disagree with me here, and you're welcome to. We all are welcome to our own opinions. But this is an energy of hope, of inspiration, of luck, of tranquility, if that's what we want, of optimism, trust, enjoyment, confidence, faith in the future. And that's where the miracle comes, because I see a whole bunch of stuff in our future that could get pretty nasty if it's allowed to. But maybe with the hope and the star, which is, when I say it's against physics, in this particular picture, water runs uphill because it needed to, and physics didn't play any part in that. So it's a time of renewing happiness and promise, maybe helping each other, protect each other, restore each other. Maybe that spiritual love, that selflessness, that heavenly light. I was privy to a movie the other day. It's on Tubi, and it's called Joshua. I read the book, and it wouldn't be for everybody. I know that, because it's kind of Mary Poppins-y. But I read it when I really needed to connect and feel love and feel the love of humanity for each other. And I guess I just needed something really simple. And the book really, really tugged at my heart. And it was years and years ago that I read it. Well, doesn't the movie pop up? And I watched it. And yes, that movie was Mary Poppins-y too. But did I cry? Absolutely. Did I sing with the songs? Yes, I did. And when it was over, I thought, oh, I just feel good. I feel like people could help each other, that people could care about each other, that people could inspire and be selfless and illuminate the path for another person. And maybe with special talents, we could help each other, gain some enthusiasm again, work on creativity. And that's what the star is for all of us. It's a very, very positive card. Now the next card, it's upside down, and it's the kind of card that you want upside down. And it, again, it's in the region of hearts. It's the 8 of Hearts. Now, I know a lot of you have your own deck, so that's why I'm saying the names of the deck, so that you can either reconstruct the reading for yourself and maybe take some more away than what I've said, or you can just maybe say, well, I didn't see that, but I saw that. Now, it being upside down, it changes it. When this particular card is right side up, it's a sacrifice. It's us making sacrifices for another, or for another reason, or for an event, or there's some reason that we made the sacrifice. But it can go too far, and we become a martyr. And then it can go farther than that, and we become a victim. So we have to be very careful why we're doing what we're doing and how it affects us. But this card is upside down. So we have to be careful, because we're being warned that we need to move on. And I think that's true. Many of us are still stuck mentally in the pandemic. Look at the lines. We don't have staff working. We're stuck. We are stuck. So maybe ourselves individually and personally, we're stuck as well. So this is an energy field that tries to help us feel fulfilled and satisfied, and to look at a situation and see, is it a good situation and would I like to stick with it? Would I like to socialize? This is a possibility for an enduring relationship to start to grow as well. It usually is a difficult time that's ending when it's upside down like this. And I think that's where we are. Excuse me. I think we're supposed to look at what's behind us now and look forward to what's ahead of us and just start enjoying ourselves, to start seeking happiness, to start looking at what is happy. Maybe we need to go to a party. Maybe we need to find a new romance. Maybe we need to flirt. Who knows? Just maybe celebrate and return to maybe some former good time. So that's what they want us to put our energy in. The next one that came up is the card of love, unconditional love. And I'm in love with love. It's just me. So this is an opportunity to experience the stirring of the heart, kind of what happens in springtime. And we're kind of spring summer right now, aren't we? With the, the birds have already met each other's mate. They've had their babies. Some are still kind of at it. I see a little nest here and there and little babies fledging. So this is the stirring of the heart time. It's an opportunity for new love. Love can be so many things. It can be love for each other. It can be love for that homeless person on the road. It can be love for our partner, our family, our pets. And this is the time where it comes and it goes, which means we receive it and we give it. So it's a beautiful opportunity for emotional renewal. They're offering us that. An upsurge of new feelings. So this is the element of water. So this is born under the 2 Cancer signs, which is so appropriate because we have Cancer in the sun sign, and Cancer is going to be in Mercury, and Cancer's in this card. So holy cow, what are the coincidences? I guess we're going to go back to the star, which is miracles and stepping outside of physics and the laws of nature. So this is the power of the imagination, emotional and spiritual nourishment, happiness, friendship, kindness, peace, sensitivity, to be able to contemplate on it, to own it, to move around in it. So this is one of my favorite cards. So we get to enjoy this all week. So this is what we share with each other, that unconditional love. This is what we get back, maybe from other people. People will be saying maybe a good thing about us. Own it. Suck it up. Really enjoy it. And the last card is Wands, which is our soul, and it's the 6 of Wands, which is victory. So, golly, here we are, ending on victory. How fortunate is that? So this is success. So this is guaranteeing that if we do what we've just talked about and get into love and share with each other and be compassionate and be loving, we can't help but own victory and success. So that's saying that we're going to do it. So you guys are going to do it. I'm going to do it. So we're going to have a really good week. This is triumph. This is accomplishment. This is acclaim, appreciation. Maybe something happened to you that was harmful. It would be vindication. Maybe the realization of an ambition that you had so that you can move forward with it and get some traction here and get into it. So it's reward, emotional reward, it's fulfillment. Sometimes promotions go with this, but this is just a really good victory. So if it's your career, if it's your life, if you're a student and it's a scholarship, just enjoy it because they're saying we're going to be victorious. Oh, that makes me breathe a sigh of relief. All right, that's it for everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me. Don't forget about Charlie O'Brien, my webmaster. He has put us on Amazon iTunes, on iTunes, on SoundCloud, I'm on my own website, thanks to him. He's archived quite a few, and that website is www.terriworld.com. You can email me at Terri, Terri.Coutts, Coutts, @gmail.com. Or you can text or phone 519-726-6699 for your own personal reading, and I can see what's going on in your life just for you. Thanks for Charlie for putting this up, and thanks to all of you for taking your time, sharing, and listening to it. You have yourselves a wonderful week, everybody. Bye for now.
You've been listening to Insights with Terri Coutts, and visit her website, terriworld.com, Terri world.com. And we'll catch you next time